Welcome. Today we're going to discuss the new features of ViewWise 7.1. The first and most significant feature we're going to discuss in ViewWise 7.1 is the ViewWise Notification Services. To access the notification services, you can right-click on a folder and select Notification Settings. A Notification Settings dialog will appear. Notifications allow a user to receive an email when any changes happen to a ViewWise document or folder. In this particular case, we're on the folder settings, and you can see here there's a list of various actions that can trigger a notification. When any of the selected events occur, the user will receive an email notification indicating that a change has occurred for the ViewWise folder or document. Notifications can either be one-time or continuous. One-time notifications will send a single email for any event that occurs, whereas continuous will continually send emails each and every time an event or change has happened. The user mail ID will indicate the ViewWise user setting the notifications. In addition, you can enter email addresses into the additional emails field, and they too will receive a notification when any of the selected changes are made. You can also elect to have the notification settings inherited down to all child folders as well as child documents. And as with other ViewWise dialogues, you can easily access the help by clicking the help icon. You can reset the settings in the dialog as well as save and cancel any changes that you've made within the notification settings dialog. Now this particular dialog was the ViewWise folder settings for notifications. Now we'll take a look at the documents notification settings, which varies slightly in that it has additional options. Now these options are limited to document-specific actions, whereas the folder notification settings had both folder actions as well as document actions listed in the Notify Me When box. Just like the folder one, you'll be allowed to do one-time notifications as well as continuous. You'll also see that the email address is listed under User Mail ID as well as the ability to add additional email addresses. The ViewWise document notification settings allow you to specify if a ViewWise reference and or ViewWise document history are sent along with the notification email. This will allow you to easily access the document that was changed, as well as see a history of any changed events that occurred for that given document. And from this dialog you also have easy access to help, as well as the ability to save or cancel the changes. Now that covers setting up a notification for a folder or document. Next we'll take a look in Outlook and see what an actual notification email looks like. Here you'll see a series of email notifications in the inbox. These were sent to the user specified, in this case myself, as well as the administrator account. You can see here within the message body is a description of the event that occurred, who performed the event and the date and time that this was performed, as well as the relevant node being the document or the folder in which the change occurred for. As we scroll through a couple of the various emails here, you'll just see the changes as far as the description and the event name, as well as the time and date in which the change was made. Next we'll take a quick look at how you can access the notification settings without going to a particular node. Within the ribbon there you'll see we click the notification icons, and now we have a notification dialog. This dialog will show us all notifications set for the ViewWise user who is logged on at this time. Here you'll see it's the notifications for the administrator. This dialog will show us when the last alert occurred for a given triggered condition. As well, you'll be able to see the location and the condition that's triggered. If you select any one of those and click the edit screen, you'll see the familiar dialog from before in which you can edit the particular settings for any notification. In this particular case, it's a document notification that we clicked on, and we can go ahead and make changes if necessary. We can do the same for folder notifications. This one is a folder node. We go ahead and see that here are the various notifications that are set for this one, and we can make changes here as well. In addition to accessing the notification settings in the desktop client, the ViewWise module also has a method to view user set notifications as well as set a specific administrator notification for any changes that happen within ViewWise itself. So here you'll see here's a list for administrator of specific folder and document notifications that have been set, and then above here you'll see several ViewWise level notifications that have been set. So here we'll take a quick look at the various notifications you can set for ViewWise functionality. Basically what happens here is each one of the notifications can be set based on a tab in ViewWise. So again, we'll go ahead and we'll log back in, take a quick look. So here we are. For the document type, you'll see you have various notify me options when changes are made within that tab. The same applies to the storage management tab as well as the audit trail tab, and then the same can be said for recycled documents, restored documents, redactions, as well as retention and routing. Now with retention, you'll actually be able to do so, set a notification based on each retention schedule that you have set. So, and then based on that schedule, you can select the options of which you want to be notified for. The same thing applies for routing. You can go ahead and select a particular route, and then when you do that, you can specify underneath that which events you want to be notified for that particular route. And again here, one time and continuous as well, and specify any additional people you want to receive notifications for those. And then we go ahead and we can cancel out of this, and we're back to the notifications main window where we can select the user, see any notifications they have set, as well as admin-wise level notifications they have set. And that was the quick introduction to the new notification features within ViewWise. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and show you here is the new DB lookup feature. ViewWise 7.0 had database lookup, but 7.1 adds the ability to use multiple field triggers, as well as it carries the DB lookup into the direct save interface. Here you see I drag and drop a document to trigger the interface. I brought up the dialog, I've selected where I want my document to be saved, and now I'm going to go ahead and type in a customer, hit the new lookup button, and all the remaining information pulled from our contact management database has been filled in for index values here. This makes indexing a lot easier. A user does not have to enter all values. If they have an existing database with this information, they can go ahead and index that information instantly by performing the database lookup off of a trigger value. Again, we've gone ahead and added the ability to do multiple triggers. So here we'll go look into admin-wise, and on our document type we've selected DB lookup. And if you look now in the left-hand side here of the configuration portion, we've done two things. We've added an ability to add custom queries. This will give you limited ability to use more than one table. And then we've gone ahead and we've allowed you to select multiple trigger values. So what this means is before, where you had to just use a single trigger, you can now use 2 or more triggers. For instance, if I wanted to do the ViewWise customer as well as the company name, I can require both of those entries to be added before a trigger can happen. And then of course I can verify that trigger and then go ahead and save any such query that I create in this dialog. After that, anytime I go to index a document, I can enter 2 values, hit the DB lookup button, and it will automatically pull from the database the additional relevant values. The last enhancement that we're going to cover today is enhancements made to the workflow. The primary enhancement that we've done is by adding an escalation feature into the ViewWise 7.1 workflow. The escalation feature allows you to automate actions after a period of time, including forwarding a task to another individual, as well as auto-accepting or auto-rejecting. What you do is under the expiration, you set a period of time in which you want the event to expire, and at expiration, it will notify the specified individual and perform the specified task, in the case of an auto-reject or an auto-accept, that is. Outside of that, the task will be forwarded to the other individual specified under escalation. We've also broken down the reminder interval to include days, hours, and minutes. By using these features in conjunction with features added in 7.0 to the ViewWise workflow, namely the ability to auto-email out the ViewWise document at the end of the route, along with the route history and metadata, in addition to the ability to create custom folders at the end of a route based on index values within a given document. You can see how workflow has continued to improve in the 7.0 and 7.1 product, and will continue to do so in future releases. That covers the major new features in ViewWise 7.1. You can learn more at www.computhink.com, and I thank you for your time.